Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie, and today we are doing a very large book haul, which I had not planned on buying this many books going into the new year, but it just kind of happened. And so I have collectively picked up a ton of new books and books I'm really excited about. And so I thought I would sit down and show you guys all the books that I've unintentionally picked up recently, but I know you guys love these, so I thought I would sit down and just film one. Again, this is collective, so these are books that Jensen has bought me randomly. Some of them I picked up while I was traveling with my best friend. We kind of went on a little book shopping haul, so that's what all of this is from. But with all that being said, I'm super excited to show you guys what I've picked up recently, so let's just get into it. Before we get into the video, I just want to thank Pair Eyewear for sponsoring this part of the video. If you guys don't already know, Pair Eyewear is an affordable and customizable eyewear brand, and they're so cool. These are the glasses I picked out. These are actually prescription. I wear prescription glasses. I always wear them at night, and if I'm just not feeling wearing contacts that day, I'm always throwing on my glasses, and I needed a new pair so badly, so I was so excited to work with them. But the coolest part is I just got the clear ones, and then I got these customizable lenses. All you have to do is they're magnetic, and you can switch out the lenses. I of course had to get the pink because you guys know how much I love pink. It's so fun too. And then I also got this tortoise pair that I am obsessed with, so I can always match them to my outfits or whatever mood I'm in, which is the coolest thing ever. Lastly, I got the same tortoise pair but in the sunglass form, but they're also prescription because I have my prescription lenses in the original glasses, so I am literally obsessed. This is exactly what I needed because I love matching my glasses to the mood I'm in or the outfit I'm wearing, and I'm so excited to try out all the lenses that I have. It's also so cool because when you go on the website, there's this virtual try on, so you can find your perfect pair from home. I did this and I tried on every single pair of glasses until I found the perfect pair for me, so it's just the perfect way to try them on at home. The top frames allow you to switch the styles starting at only $25, so instead of buying an entire new pair of glasses, you can just buy the top frames to switch out the look of the glasses, which is so cool. There's over 650 unique top frames, so there's literally something for everyone. I know that you guys will find the styles that you liked because there are so many cute ones. It was so hard for me to decide which ones to pick. They have sunglass tops, blue light, and also non-prescription if you just want like a cool glasses look, which is so fun. They also collab with different brands every month, so there's always new lenses coming in, which is so much fun. You can choose exactly the pair that's right for you. But if you guys are interested, I will leave the link down below, and you can use my code Natalie15 for 15% off your order, and you can get yourself a pair of new glasses. Thank you again to Pair Eyewear for sponsoring this part of the video. I'm so excited to wear the new glasses and try on all my new lenses. But without further ado, let's get into the book haul. Okay, I think I literally have over 20 books to show you guys. It's a lot of books, so we're just gonna get into it. I'm gonna try to keep things short. Okay, first and foremost, I grabbed Pucking Around. I actually grabbed this when I was in Wisconsin with my best friend. We were just book shopping around Barnes, and I have seen so much about this. It was actually in my Amazon cart to buy it, and I just didn't have it, so when I saw it at Barnes, I was like, I'm absolutely getting this. The cover is so cute, and it has the Pucking Around is in glitter sparkles. I'm like, how perfect is that? It's obviously a hockey romance. You can tell I eat up a hockey romance. It's my absolute favorite trope. I just love a hockey romance. I don't know why. I've never been into hockey, so I don't really know why I'm so obsessed with that trope, but I am, and I've fallen in love with it, so whenever I see a hockey book, I need it in my life. This book is about Rachel. She ends up having a one-night stand, like no strings attached, and they go their separate ways. She ends up getting a 10-month fellowship for the new NHL hockey team called the Jacksonville Rays, and in walks in this one-night stand that she happened to meet a few months ago, and he doesn't even recognize her. So after he realizes he wants to win her back, but there's also two other hockey players, so I feel like this is a bit of a love square, love triangle, and it's a hockey romance. So what could be better? I'm so excited to read this. I've heard really good things. It's a thick book. It's over 500 pages, so we'll see how I like it. But if you guys have read this, let me know how you liked it because I'm very excited. So the first book we have is Pucking Around. Next up, I picked up Butcher and Blackbird. I picked this up at an airport bookstore. It was so cute. It was in Michigan. I had a layover in Michigan, and I went to this little bookstore. It was the cutest bookstore ever, but I had been looking for Butcher and Blackbird at my Barnes, and a couple bit different Barnes around me didn't have them. So when I saw it in the airport, I knew I had to get it. I will be so honest, I'm currently reading this book. I only have about 100 pages left, and it's not my favorite. It's basically a romance about two serial killers. They're serial killers that kill other serial killers that are bad. So they're like the good serial killers. They end up meeting each other and having this game every year where they do a kill, and so it's very interesting. Obviously nothing like I've ever read before, so I definitely give props for the unique idea, but but I just don't really feel connected to the characters. I feel like a lot of people have raved about this book and I just am not connecting with the characters as much as other people do. So I'm not sure. I still have 100 pages left, so we'll see how I end up rating it. I'm glad I read it. It's not a bad book. It's just, I don't know if it's my cup of tea, but I did pick up Butcher and Blackbird, so we'll see how I end up liking it. The next book I grabbed, I haven't seen anything about. My best friend and I popped into this little independent bookstore in Wisconsin. I just stumbled across this book and the owner said that it was really cute, so I decided to get it. It's called Read Between the Lines. It is a lesbian romance. I'm always looking for new LGBTQ plus books that I haven't read, so I was really excited to pick this one up. This book is about Rosie. She is a lover of books, which is great already to start, but she ends up taking over her mom's beloved Manhattan bookstore, and the one thing missing in her life is her own real life romance. But she's struck up this online flirty romance with a romance author named Bree. This author actually goes by a pen name and her real name is Jane. She just keeps her personal and professional life separate. But when Rose learns that her lease has been terminated by Jane's family business, the romance kind of goes on the back burner and there's obviously some tension, but the sparks are undeniable. So we're gonna see how this turns out. I haven't heard anything about this book, but I'm very excited to read it. If you guys ever have any LGBTQ plus recs, please leave them down below because I'm always looking for new ones. I have like a whole shelf over here. I've pretty much gone through all the books I have in that category and I love reading that genre. So if you do, let me know, but I'm very excited to read this one. Okay, next up I picked up Done and Dusted. I've seen this a lot of places. I believe it's like a cowboy romance. The cover is so cute. It's giving cowboy romance, so I just assume that's what it's about. I've heard really great things. Like a lot of people have told me to pick this one up, and so I saw it in Barnes and decided to get it. So this book is about Clementine, also known as Emmy Ryder. She has left her hometown, gone to college, kind of accomplished what she wants to do, but she ends up having this accident, I think horseback riding, and cannot ride horses again. So she ends up moving back home where she intended to escape in the first place. This is like a brother's best friend romance trope. So her brother's best friend she has grown up with but hasn't seen him in years, and they end up kind of having a romance when she comes back into town. So I just heard it's really cute. I think it's going to be a really quick read. It's like barely over 300 pages, so a nice little like palette cleanser, I guess, and I love a cowboy romance, so I'm very excited to read this. The next one I picked up is called Things We Leave Unfinished. It's actually by Rebecca Yarros, and she's obviously the one that wrote Fourth Wing. One of my best friends, Kylie, actually recommended this to me and I decided to pick it up. I've actually read one other romance by Rebecca Yarros. It was called The Last Letter and it was so sad. It actually tore my entire heart out and I cried, which I don't ever really cry. The only other book I've cried in is Archer's Voice, I think, so it was very, very sad. So I have a feeling this one's gonna be a little bit similar, so I'm nervous but very excited. This book's about Georgia. She has recently gone through a brutal divorce and she moves back home to her great-grandmother's estate in Colorado, and her great-grandmother was an author. She has passed away, but she has left one of her final novels unfinished as she has passed and she never finished the book. There's this Golden Boy publisher named Noah who wants to finish it, but Georgia does not like him. She thinks he's stuck up, all the things, so she doesn't want him to finish her great-grandmother's book. But they both end up going through her great-grandmother's manuscript and all the stories kind of leading up to how she created this book. It has a very sad ending, which is why they realize she's never finished it, and it's also about her real life. So that's kind of the debacle they're having, but she ends up obviously having chemistry with Noah, so we'll see how everything turns out. Again, I think it's gonna be sad, so I'm scared because I enjoy sad books, but they obviously tear my heart out in like the worst way possible, so I'm scared to jump into this one, but I think it will be really good, so I'm excited to eventually read this. The next one I picked up is One Dark Window. I've obviously heard a ton about this. A lot of people talked about it at the end of last year, and my best friend Lucy introduced me to this book. She read it and was obsessed with it, and then also read the second one, so I need to read it. I honestly have no idea what it's about. I just know it's fantasy, and I know a lot of people have loved this book, so if you guys have any thoughts on it, let me know in the comments. I'm excited to read it. I have definitely been reading more fantasy, which is very exciting, and I've definitely been getting into it more, so I thought I'd pick this up and try it out because so many people love it. Yeah, we'll see what it's all about. I honestly have no idea. Next up, I picked up Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I've seen Binding 13 everywhere, like everywhere. My friend Julie actually just recently read this and was eating it up and talking about it on Instagram, so I wanted to pick this up. I feel like this is gonna be darker than I expected by reading the back, but this story is about Johnny. He's a rugby player that's like really, really good. They go to Tom in college. Shannon came to Tom in college halfway throughout the year. She has like a lot of demons and things she's dealing with, so she wants a fresh start, but she meets Johnny and Johnny kind of wants to protect her, and he obviously starts falling for her, but they have this complicated friendship and undeniable chemistry, so we'll see what happens with them. Honestly, I don't really know what I'm getting into with this because I've seen a lot of people talk about it, but again, I don't really know much about it besides what I've read on the back. This is probably not going to be like a fluffy romance at all, so I'm a little nervous, but I've heard really great things, so I'm excited to jump into this world. On a little bit of a lighter note, I picked up this book called The Night Shift recently. I think it's like a Wattpad book. Yeah, it's a Wattpad book, but this is obviously like more of a light, fluffy romance, which I love throwing in every once in a while. It's about a college bookworm and a campus basketball star, so I feel like this will just be a good little palate cleanser in between books, and obviously a light, fluffy romance, and we love romance, so I'm excited to read this one. Next up, my girlfriend randomly picked these up for me one day. I've read Assassin's Blade, and then I also have the Throne of Glass book. You guys told me to read Assassin's Blade first, so that's what I ended up doing. I haven't started Throne of Glass yet, but I want to very soon because I really loved Assassin's Blade, but my girlfriend picked up 3 other books in the series. I'm excited to start completing the series. I don't have all the books, but she did pick up these 3 that she found in Target for me, so I'm very grateful and excited to complete the Throne of Glass world eventually. Maybe this year, we'll see what happens. Very excited about these. The next 5 books are a series. These are all the off-campus series books, but they're the like special edition ones. They're so cute. I'm obsessed with these covers. I love them way better than the originals, which is why I had to get them because I love the off-campus series, and I saw one of these in Barnes. I literally just started picking them up randomly, so I've gotten them all at different times. I recently just found the first one, which is like the last one to complete the series, but they have the cutest covers. They're so pretty, and then I love the fronts of all of them. I just love this series, so I feel like I had to pick up the alternative covers. They're so pretty, so I'm very excited to have this full off-campus series in these covers because I love them so much. This next set I have to show you guys is what I'm most excited about in this entire haul. I grew up with these books. It's called the Click series. I don't know if any of you guys read this when you were younger, but it was popular when I was in like late elementary going into middle school. If you guys know, you know. It was kind of like a Mean Girls series, but I ate it up. They also had a movie that came out about it, and my friends and I would watch it all the time when I was younger. So I've wanted these Click books for, I don't know, probably like a year now, and I always tell Jensen, I'm like, I want to buy them off of Poshmark, but they're like $200 for the whole set, and it's like obviously an investment. It's nostalgic for me, so I knew I was going to do it at some point, but I went and visited my best friend in Wisconsin recently, and we went into this independent bookstore, and I stumbled across almost all of the Click books. It was like a reseller. You could come in and sell your books and stuff, so people would sell the books to this bookstore, and I found almost the entire Click series. It is a very long series, and I didn't want to get every single book in it. I just wanted to get the main ones, but I am missing the first 2, but I found a majority of the Click books, so this is honestly my favorite purchase I've ever made in the book world so far. These are just such nostalgic books for me. I literally grew up reading them, so to find these and now have them on my bookshelf is a very full circle moment. I'm so excited to go back through and read these. I want to do a video reading the entire series because it will just be so nostalgic and so fun to go back and just remember this entire series. If you guys would want that, let me know because I think it'd be so much fun, but I don't really know how many people would be interested in that. These are the covers. They're all like very preppy, but I just am so happy I found these, and I need to order the first 2 books. Also, I got these for $29. All of these books for $29, so I didn't have to pay the $200 off of Poshmark or like reseller sites to get them. It was my best find ever, and I'm so excited about them. And then last but not least, wrapping up this big book haul, I wanted to show you guys these covers. Their books I already have. It's the ACOTAR series. My girlfriend actually bought these recently, and they're absolutely stunning. So I'm very excited that she wanted them. She actually read the first book already and is now on to A Court of Mist and Fury, so it's very exciting that she's getting into this world as well. But she wanted to buy these covers, and they're so pretty, so they're sitting on my bookshelves, and I just wanted to show you guys because I feel like you guys would appreciate these, but they're just so stunning. I love the covers, and I'm very excited to have them. But those were all of the books I picked up recently. I know it's a lot. Again, it was very collective. I got them all at different times. Some of them were gifted to me, so very excited to have all these new books and arrange them in my bookshelves, just start reading them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I very much slacked on videos in January. I was so busy busy and I'm sorry about that. It will not be happening anymore. I will have weekly videos out for you guys, so don't worry about that. Again, I'm very sorry, but I miss you guys so much. Let's talk in the comments because I really, really do miss you guys. But thank you again for watching this video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one.